Yo, prayers and thoughts go out to fucking young Philly, man. Prayers and thoughts go out to young Philly. He is fucking going through it. I saw this post courtesy of Shade Room or Shade Barrow, sorry, but I went to see the actual whole article because there's a really sad video where he kind of looks, he really looks like he's going through it, and the journalist is really trying super hard to get him to say something, and luckily he doesn't say anything. But this is an article courtesy of the Western Australian. More issues for young Philly on top of the rape thing that he's going through at the moment. It says here, young Philly accused rapist learns fate after being charged with hooning, which I guess is speeding. Let's read the article here courtesy of the Western Australian. It says UK rapper, I would say he's more of a content creator than a rapper, to be fair. UK rapper Young Philly has copped up a $1,000 fine and a 6-month driving ban after admitting to hooning while on bail for rape charges in Perth, telling police he was speeding because he needed to get home to his sick mother. The internet personality, whose real name is Andres Felipe Valencia Barrientos, was caught on a speed camera driving in a Isuzu MUX at 158 kilometers an hour in a 100-kilometer-hour zone on the Roe Highway in High Wycombe in November 17th. Barrientos is facing allegations he raped a woman in Hillary's hotel room after a gig at Bar 1 in September and is forced to stay in WA as part of his death bail conditions. So allegedly, he is going to be staying in Australia. I think I saw an article that he might be there for 2 years or something before even the trial starts. Wild. I guess until the trial commences, I guess. So there he is there. He looks, looks a bit worse for wear. It doesn't look like he's getting much of a beard. I don't know what the beard is all about. It looks like he is shaving. Maybe is he getting haircuts? I think that looks like he might have got a shape up recently, but he looks a bit worse for wear. Let's just say that. He was sentenced in Perth Magistrates Court on Thursday after pleading guilty for reckless driving. His lawyer, Joanne Oliver, told the court that Barrientos told the police his reason for speeding was because his mother wanted him home as she was not ill. So his mum is flown out to Australia to be with him. That's when you know. That's when you know who your real friends are, isn't it? He's going through this rape case. Obviously, if he's guilty, he brought it upon himself, so he has no one to blame. But there was a time where he was surrounded by people. Everyone in his DMs trying to get guest lists of stuff. Everyone trying to get connects to things. Hey, do you know this person? Introduce me here, introduce me there. People asking for money, blah, 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 blah. And now look. He's out there in Australia, and the only person who's probably out there as a friend to support him is his mum, his family. All those friends, all those hangers-on, all those clout chasers, nowhere to be found. It continues here. The court was told that he made a admission to officers at the same time he was reporting bail on sex offence charges. Sentencing Barrientos, Magistrate Andrew Wentworth cited the UK national pled to the reckless driving offence at his earliest opportunity and that it was his first driving offence in Australia. He was fined $1,000 in order to pay the court $300. His driving license was also disqualified for 6 months. Yo, Australia, they don't play in it. His first driving offence, he's speeding he went over 58 kilometers an hour in a 100-kilometer-hour speed zone, right? He was driving 158 and the limit is 100. So he was only 58 kilometers above. Again, I know it's a lot, but still. His first driving offence, he's in a foreign country, and he gets given a $1,000 fine, as well as having to pay court fees of $300.50. And he's also disqualified from driving in Australia for 6 months. Australia, they do not play. Australia does not play, bro. The YouTuber rapper who wore a khaki Goya Belvedere satchel across his shoulder, worth at least $6,000. Look at him, man. He looks rough, bro. It's completely like changed the physical makeup of his face, isn't it? It kind of reminds of Crystalia, because I always thought, like, don't get me wrong, Crystalia was never fucking Brad Pitt or anything, or George Clooney, but there was a time when Crystalia actually did look quote unquote handsome at one point. And then as soon as those allegations came out of him being a diddler, he just looks the way he looks now at the moment, kind of ghoulish, right? And I guess that's what stress does. Maybe guilt, maybe all the screams of, allegedly all the underage children that Crystalia has maybe done something to back in the day, in the background. But that's what stress actually does to you. It kind of can change the whole, your whole features. It makes you instantly look older. He just looks like he's wearing all the stress on his face, all the worry, all the anxiety. God damn it. When asked by the West Australian whether his mother had travelled to Perth to support him, Young Philly did not respond. He left court in a blacked out van. Young Philly is required to report to Maduro police station 3 days a week. That's so excessive, isn't it? Isn't that a bit excessive? He has to report to the police station 3 days. So 3 days a week he has to go through this like walk of shame thing. This is why, like, I know it sounds weird, but even if he's found not guilty, imagine if he's found not guilty, because this could happen, right? Rape cases are notoriously hard to fucking convict on and stuff, because it turns into a he said she said thing. It's kind of depressing how low the conviction rate is on rapes. So let's say there is a scenario where he gets off. I think part of him getting off, if he does get off, he still has been punished, because he's never going to have a career again to the level he had it before, and he had to go through this walk of shame, this perp walk essentially, 3 times a week in a foreign country, and he has to live there by force, by the way. So he's in this paradise, right? Australia, amazing fucking weather, amazing location. I've heard the people there are fucking amazing and shit. But essentially you're in this like golden handcuffs. You're in a golden cell because you can't really leave. They've confiscated your passport and now they took away your driving license. So all your independence is gone. You can't leave the country. They've taken your passport and now they've taken your driving license, so you can't even, drive yourself around the country. You have to get Ubers everywhere. Independence gone. So if he does get found not guilty, this is part of the punishment. Essentially he's been punished already, because his career is never going to come back again. He's never going to be what he was prior, and he spent 2.5 years out in another country fighting these charges and having to do this perp walk 3 times a week. Brutal. The strict reporting requirements had been part of the bail conditions imposed in October, which included deciding on $100,000 personal undertaking and $100,000 security from the WA residents. I wonder if the punishment he got for the 6-month driving license ban and the $1,000 he had to pay was in part because of the bail. I wonder if the judge was a bit pissed. Like, hey, you're on fucking bail for rape, mate. Why are you speeding? Why are you committing any type of crime? Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if you forgot to pay for a fucking Kinder Bueno in a store. Why are you committing any crimes? You're already in deep shit. You should be keeping your head proper out of view. Keeping your head down, chilling. Why are you speeding in the first place, Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. He's still facing the 8 other alleged offences linked to the alleged sex assault, including sexual penetration without consent. Imagine having that on your jacket. It's bad enough that you have rape on your jacket, but imagine having that actual charge on your jacket. Sexual penetration without consent. That is a nightmare, man. Just end it. End it now, man. End it now, please. End it now. Like, what? That's on your jacket? No, thank you. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Occasioning bodily harm, impeding a person's normal breathing, which is even fucking worse, I think. God almighty. Impeding a person's normal breathing or circulation by applying pressure on the neck. These are the offences that he's been charged with. Jesus. Young Philly has not yet entered a plea or made public statement on the charges. Young Philly's WA show on September 27 marked the first of his Australian tour, which included shows in Melbourne, Sydney and Gold Coast. But that came to an end when he was extradited to WA on October the 9th. Days after allegations were aired, major sponsorship deals have been axed as brands try to distance themselves. Brands such as Foot Asylum, the Football Association, Heinz, ASOS, just a handful, have severed ties with the rapper. Can you imagine the amount of peas he was getting from those companies? Foot Asylum, the Football Association, the FA, Heinz and ASOS. Could you imagine the bags? And now they're all gone because of one moment. It takes a whole lifetime to build a career and one moment to ruin it. The 29-year-old has 1.28 million subscribers on YouTube and 33 million followers on Instagram. I'm curious to see how this pans out, man. I'm curious to see what type of evidence they have against him. I'm curious to see how he's going to plead, how he's going to defend himself. I'm curious to see if he actually does get off for this. I'm curious to see how everything pans out, because this seems like such a wild thing, man. Guy went to another country on tour and decided rape was the best decision to do. Absolutely insane. So let's actually check the video. This video is even worse, actually, because one of the journalists who sees him outside the court tries to basically rile him up and tries to get him to say something and do something and be a bit crazy. And luckily he keeps his composure, because that could have been easily another case, another charge on top of all the charges he already has. So let's scroll down. Where is the video? There's a video here where he's walking out of prison and walking out of the police station, and a journalist tries to rattle him and get him to say something that he shouldn't be saying, and luckily he doesn't say it. I think the Shade Bro have a post of it here somewhere. Let me scroll down, where see if I can find it. Bear with me 1 second here. Bada bing, bada boom. It should be somewhere. Where is it? I think it's here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's not here. Or did I miss it? Did I miss it? I think I might have missed it. Boom, Bosch. Where is it? I thought I had it. Oh, there it is. There. This is the one.
Young Philly, disqualified license for 6 months. Did you want to say anything? How's your mum doing? Is she okay? She fly over to Perth to be here?
Yes. How's your mum doing? Is she okay? Is absolutely crying. How did your mum doing? Is she okay, man? Don't get me wrong. He only said that because now I read the article. At first, when I didn't read the article, it sounded kind of, it sounded kind of callous and classless, and it kind of sounded like he was trying to purposely provoke him. But having read the article, that question does make sense, because he did tell the police the reason why he was speeding was because he was racing back home to help his mum who was sick, which is already crazy, right? Because you're imagining, like, because he's from, what is he from? He's South American background, right? Colombian or something. So let's just say he's black, whatever, Colombian, Latino, whatever, Hispanic, right? You can imagine his mum's very emotional, like all mums from that part of the world. So she's taking these charges personally. It's affecting her like as if she was getting charged for rape. You know what I mean? So she's taking it all personally. It's probably fucking with her mental, fucking with her emotions, and she's now in a bad state. So can you imagine how bad young Philly must be feeling? He took his mum out of like his mum came to his country, probably not that much. He became who he was super successful, helped his family, get from poverty to something. And now he's causing his mum one of the biggest heartaches and heart pains and distresses she's ever been through. He must feel so bad. He probably feels worse about what he's doing to his mum than about the thing he's been alleged of. Probably. Because he's there alone with her. Do you know what I mean? She's like, I can't believe you did this, my son. I can't believe it. Did you do it? Constant crying, screaming, wailing. Oh, I never understand why people do that anyway. Like, you do this type of dirt and then you run to your mum. Like, handle it yourself like a man, bro. Don't put your family through this. The same thing happened to fucking Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett lied about that fucking assault thing that happened to him, right? That alleged racist incident. And then suddenly you're bringing your parents and your other family to the court with you to stand beside you and shit. When you know you bold-faced lied. Like, don't put your family through this. Like, just handle it yourself like a man. Don't get me wrong. He is there by himself, which is also tragic in that sense, because you always saw young Philly with people surrounded by, sycophant fans or surrounded by other clout chasers and other celebrities. But now he's out here by himself in a foreign country, getting in a whip by himself. Like, no one else is there. No lawyer, no nothing, just him by himself. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Let's see how it plays out.